Hey Vanity Fair, it's Chelsea Handler. Today I'm going to be teaching you New Jersey slang, but since I haven't lived there in about 25 years, I'm not sure that I'm going to know these phrases, so I'm going to interpret what I think they should mean. New Jersey slang with Chelsea Handler. That's me. Down the shore. Well, literally it means just going down the shore to the part of New Jersey like Belmar, Spring Lake, where people get really wasted, like that show Jersey Shore. I grew up going to Martha's Vineyard when I was a little girl, and my parents protected me from the Jersey Shore, but I went down there like when I was 18 or 19, and I realized why it was better just to avoid the area altogether. There's some really shady that happens down there. Benny is a derogatory term for people from different parts of New Jersey that people aren't so into. And so if you come in from one of those areas, I won't name them because I don't want to be reduced to their level, they call you a Benny. It's like coming into the city from New Jersey. It's equivalent to that, but it's within New Jersey. Everyone always wants to keep someone else down. Okay. Shooby. I would say that's short for a shadoobie, which is my personal word for going to the bathroom number 2 style. I don't like when people reference going to the bathroom number 2, so I like code words for everything. So shadoobie is a shooby if you're in a real rush. A pork roll. Pork roll, that could be a sexual term, or it's a breakfast item that you get in South Jersey. South Jersey is when you get into the really funny accents where they say like pantyhose, and it starts to sound like you're in Philadelphia. A pork roll is like, it comes with some breakfast items too, but you want to steer clear of all of these things. Disco fries. I think these mean diner fries, where you go out with your girlfriends and then go to the diner once everybody had enough to drink and get those really thick steak cheese fries with mozzarella cheese and you dip them in gravy. Those were some of the best nights of my life. The city is New York. That's New York. That's when you want to go into the city. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. Jug handle. Jug handle is either breasts that wrap around, some do wrap around, or I think it could also be a term for something, not a cul-de-sac, but a cul-de-sac in a city, like a circle. What would normally be called a rotary, I think, is a jug handle. But I'm not sure, okay? I'm not a city planner. Hoagie, that's easy. A hoagie is like a sub. You get all of the shit that you want. You can have a meatball hoagie. You can have like a provolone and ham hoagie. Anything on a big sub is called a hoagie. And I don't know why we had to make up that word. It's kind of like doobie. If you have a hoagie, you're going to take a doobie. So a tomato pie is quite literal. This isn't really slang because it is what it is. It's a pizza, but with no cheese. It's just tomato sauce. It's like if you're making a pizza and halfway through you give up. A ripper is something that will rip through your system. It's a deep fried hot dog. And all of these things are very easy to find in New Jersey. Deep fried things. If you go down to like the boardwalk in New Jersey, you will find things that are fried that you've never seen before. And a hot dog should definitely not be one of them, and that's why I haven't been back. The boss. That's Bruce Springsteen. And as far as I'm concerned, he is the boss. Everybody loves Bruce Springsteen, but people are obsessed with Bruce Springsteen. Obsessed. And those people can be extremely annoying. AC. That's Atlantic City. And I've had a lot of experiences in Atlantic City. My fondest experience was waking up at a blackjack table with my eye shades on after my friends had dragged me back out of my room and I was up $500 and hadn't remembered a thing. I've never spent a long amount of time in Atlantic City because just like Vegas, you want to get in and out before anything too dicey happens, if you catch my drift. Jersey slide. Jersey slide is like a reference to traffic. And my father, who was a used car dealer and a terrible driver, did this quite often. This is when you cut across a traffic lane without signaling or letting anyone know and cutting in front of cars. I also picked that up from him because apparently it's genetic. I'm a terrible driver. Nobody will drive with me because of the Jersey slide. I do it to the right too, but this is if you're doing it to the left. The boards. The boards, I don't know what the boards are, but I would say that is related somehow to the boardwalk of Atlantic City. That's probably New Jersey's way of like shortening the boardwalk and saying, let's go to the boards. That's exactly what it is, actually, now that I'm saying it out loud. That's exactly what it is. Exit. Okay, exit is what people love to say to you. When you say, I'm from New Jersey, and they go, what exit? and then you say F off. It's just like, you know, everyone lives off the turnpike at some point, so you people are like, oh, exit 16, but it's a very bro way of talking. So no women are talking like that, okay? And let's keep it that way, girls. Okay, mutz is mozzarella, and in New Jersey, they have the buffalo mozzarella. So it comes, I mean, it's from Buffalo, well, who knows where it's from? It might be from an actual buffalo. I think it is. It's not from Buffalo, New York. It's from a buffalo. But they like to call it mutz. So they always go, you want a fresh plate of mutz? Because there's a lot of Italians in New Jersey, so they have a lot of abbreviations for a lot of food items, if you haven't picked up on that so far. There's a lot of Jewish people and a lot of Italian people, and we're basically the same kind of people. Okay, Mac machine. That's an ATM machine. We call it the Mac machine. I didn't realize how many different phrases we have, but I guess that's state by state. New Jersey Devil. It's two parts of two different animals. One is a bat, and I don't know what the other one is. Maybe a billy goat? I'm not positive, but there is a team called the New Jersey Devils, and I believe that they play soccer. Wawa. Wawa is like a 7-Eleven where you go in and you get your ding dongs or devil dogs. Devil dogs is another thing that comes from New Jersey. So maybe the devil was referring to devil dogs, which are these great creamy little chocolate sandwiches. But that's for another episode of this, I guess. Fat sandwich. This is disgusting. This is a sandwich that has Euro meat, chicken fingers, and French fries on a sandwich and probably some other in a bun. First of all, if I want to have chicken finger, I don't want it in a bun. I want it a la carte. I like to focus on one item at a time. I don't like heavy meated sandwiches like that. And this is one of the reasons I left New Jersey. Okay, Jersey Mike's. Obviously, New Jersey's obsessed with subs. They're obsessed with hoagies and subs and bread. They want to stuff anything they can into a pocket of bread and then suck it down. Diners are big in New Jersey. This is where you go to get your French fries late at night. This is where everyone goes to eat late at night in New Jersey. They don't serve alcohol, so it's probably for the best, because by the time everybody shows up there at 2 a.m, no one should be drinking, and everybody already has been. This is where you also get like your pastrami sandwiches, your corned beef sandwiches. You always can get that at a diner, and they just have the best steak fries. I need more steak fries in my life. I don't like these thin little fries or In-N-Out burger fries and McDonald's fries. This is where it's at for French fries. You got that? Wooder. Wooder is the way that people think that people from New Jersey say water. I don't say wooder, but I do know people who say that, and they're from South Jersey specifically. JBJ. I have a feeling that stands for John Bon Jovi, because he is the patron saint of New Jersey. He's a very nice guy. I've met him multiple times. He's very sweet. Axl Rose opened for John Bon Jovi at the very first concert I ever went to. When I went to high school, John Bon Jovi was the only person that you listened to, and you had to pick one member of the band whose marriage you wanted to break up. So I picked him. Parkway. This is the New Jersey Parkway. It's the Garden State Parkway, and that's something that people forget. New Jersey's the Garden State, which means it's lush and verdant, and it's rural, and it has beautiful areas of New Jersey. But for some reason, people only want to talk about the Parkway and the Turnpike, and they're forgetting the beauty of New Jersey. So I'm here to remind you that New Jersey produces beautiful things. Well, I hope you learned a lot about New Jersey, and I want you to remember, New Jersey's more than the show, the Jersey Shore, and STDs. We have lots of things to offer you guys, okay? A lot of good edge comes out of New Jersey and a lot of bad style.